Truck Series race number 8 of 25, and tonight we are at the Dover International Speedway for the running of this 200-lap, 200-mile race at the Monster Mile on NASCAR 07. Again, this is a season mode playthrough, and coming in with the points lead, racing as Ted Musgrave. We've won 4 races so far this season, if I'm not mistaken. 3 wins so far this season in the first 7 races. We did win the most recent race, which was at Meadow Creek. That took place Sunday afternoon before our live commentary for the Southern 500. So if you're wondering, when that race took place, that is when it ended up happening. So here we are back again on a Thursday night. So 5 days after our most recent race. We'll see if we can go for back-to-back wins. We'll be starting at the tail end of the field. No practice, no qualifying. Be sure to hit the like button if you haven't done so yet. Subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. Let's get into this. Try to win us another. A redemption from the Busch race from last night. Green flag is in the air. We're underway at Dover. I was out of the gas off the initial start because I felt like I was going to run into the back of the truck in front of me. So if you're wondering why I lost so much time right away, that was probably why. Guess I probably should have just stayed in the gas there. Better safe than sorry. A lot of the field 2x2. Wade and Matthew Dorda Bruno, thanks for tuning in. The starts at Dover on these EA games get really weird sometimes. We either get an early caution or a near early caution, so I'm prepared for somebody to go wide off of either turn 2 or turn 4. I'm trying to look far off in the distance if I can help it. I'm prepared to miss low. It's another reason why I'm kind of trying to keep a little bit of space between me and the truck in front of me. I don't know that the entire field's going to get through this. 3 laps so far, so good. A little loose getting into turn 1 there. Pass made. Oh, yep, there it is. Oh, we had a truck on the bottom too. Oh my goodness. Timothy Peters had his life just flash before his eyes there. Out of the rear view. Now we got another near wreck. I was waiting for this. Don't move. Don't go down the track. Oh my gosh. I was waiting for all that. I thought it was just going to happen once, and it happened on back-to-back straightaways. My goodness. How about that? 5 laps are up to 10th. This is the easiest way to pass 26 trucks in less than 5 laps. That was unbelievable. I wasn't expecting Timothy Peters smoking at the bottom of the racetrack. They stacked up on the high side. I went low on the back straightaway to miss, and I had to jerk back to the outside. Luckily, I was clear by that point, because otherwise I would have just completely ran right into the back of Timothy Peters. And then the next corner, David Reagan about slid down the racetrack after everybody stacked up right around where he was running. Yeah, up to 10th. Jeez Louise. I'll tell you what, lap 4, lap 5, maybe the most hectic laps of this entire race going forward. Those of you that were here early got to see it. Those of you that tune in a little later will flash back to that moment at some point in time. I'll tell you to rewind it when the race is done, because that was insane. I didn't realize we got up to 10th initially, and then I looked up at the leaderboard like after everything. I'm like, I wonder how many trucks I passed, because it felt like a lot. It definitely was. 2.5 seconds off the lead. The 178 truck, I believe, is a fantasy driver that's led every lap from the pole so far, seemingly. Ryan Berwick, Beamer 66, Billy Kramer, thanks for tuning in also. So upset Busch didn't win Sunday. Yeah, I mean, if you're a Busch fan, I think things are at least looking up going forward. And now the worst stuff is behind you, essentially, in the sense that he missed the playoffs. Well, I guess the worst isn't over because he still has to get a win, I guess, to keep his streak alive for wins in a consecutive season, but I think he's got a really good shot to win this weekend. I talked about it during the stream last night, but I mean, he might be my pick to win this weekend. He's definitely one of my favorites. I'll have to wait to see, how qualifying works itself out Saturday, and then I'll have my actual race prediction by Sunday, but he's definitely one of my favorites going in. John Fleming, thanks for tuning in as well. Slowly catching the trucks that were up in front of us here. Musgrave underneath the 134, side by side for position. Whoa! That was unnecessary. I thought he was crowding us quite a bit. There, I hit him back. That was kind of dangerous to do that, but it worked. Sometimes you just got to create your own space. I don't know why he crowded me so tightly the first time. I mean, it's one thing to crowd me. It's another thing to full-on make contact with me when you crowd me. That I don't like. Like, if you're going to give me the littlest space possible to kind of force me to lift, I'll work with that as long as it's not on a repetitive basis and I'm way faster than you. But you're just going to body slam me getting into the corner. Like, that's just not going to fly. All right. "15 laps in. We've only gained one position in the last 11 laps. We got to 10th pretty quickly, which I'm glad we did because obviously it doesn't look like we have probably the fastest truck in the field today, but at least we have a decent truck. And most of the passes are out of our way already. A dog that likes Kyle Busch, thanks for tuning in. That's a username right there. Michael Turner also thanks for tuning into the stream. 10 likes already. Appreciate that, everyone. Sure to run that like counter up. Let's see if we can get to 25 before the end of the stream today. I know the apron is very treacherous here from previous encounters at Dover. Yeah, I was on the brakes pretty heavy that time. Get crowded so much going into the corner. I really don't want to clip the apron. It'll spin you out at this racetrack. There's some tracks it's really forgiving on this game, and there's some tracks it isn't. And this is one that isn't. That's another reason why I don't really like getting pinched. This track seems wide, but it races way more narrow than what it actually appears. Little contact there. The 164 truck going to get right back to the inside of the 9. Little tag into the wall off turn 2. Not going to help Musgrave either. How many die casts behind me? So 2 IndyCar and then the 2 IndyCar. I don't even know if you can see them. I don't know how much you guys might be able to zoom in, but they don't fit in the actual die-cast case because the case is really only big enough that will fit 124 scale die-cast, and in the IndyCar I think are 118. So those are just kind of sitting on top. And then I have 47 of the 48 spots filled with the case. I had 45, and then I added 2 more when I went to Michigan a few weeks ago. And now I'm 1 shy of filling the case. I'll still probably have enough room to put a few on top. Probably 3 or 4 more on top of both of them. And then I'm going to have to get another one. I don't know where I'm going to have room to do that, but I'll figure it out when the time comes. It won't be till next season by the time that would happen, though. Oh boy. Yeah, I was a little too aggressive with that low exit off the exit of turn 2. Ron Hornaday, by the way, did take the lead away from the 178 truck a little bit ago. So Hornaday now leads. He has not won a race yet this season. Ready for football tonight? Yeah, me too. It'd be cool to see the NFL back. I'm ready for tomorrow night, though. My Packers play the Eagles tomorrow night. I'm stoked for that one. Which, by the way, if you're wondering why the stream starts at 5 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, that is why. I want to make sure that the stream gets done in plenty of time for my Packers play. So a little selfish with that tomorrow night, but I don't get a chance to watch them much during NASCAR season with the races going on. I, value NASCAR. Even if it wasn't streaming, I would still value NASCAR over football. So I usually end up missing the Packers games this time of the year on Sunday afternoon. So the fact that they're not on a Sunday afternoon, I got to take advantage and watch it tomorrow. So contact with the one something. Was that the 109? The font and these older PS2 graphics, it was tough to tell exactly what number that was. Got any of the old timers? They're pretty much all Gen 4. There's a few Carve Tomorrows mixed in. I think I only have like 2 or 3 Gen 6 die. Well, 2 or 3 that aren't Ryan Blaney. Because I do have like 6 or 7 Blaney diecasts. 2 Daves, and then I think 5 or 6 Ryans. But I'm a Blaney fan, so that's, pretty obvious. But I think the oldest diecast I have it's probably one of the Terry Labonte ones I have. I think the Cornflakes card that I have, I think that's either 95 or 96. And the Earnhardt Goodwrench card's around that same time, too. I think that might be 96. I think those are the oldest ones I have. Stuffed on the outside of the racetrack. It was hard trying to hang on to the bottom. Now I'm on the apron. It's too much of the bottom. I was out of the gas the entire time I was down there, just scared to even touch the throttle. Felt like I was going to end up spinning out if I would have. Bill Lester about to lose second to the 187 truck. Heck of a battle going on for position right now. Big block down to the bottom of the racetrack. Musgrave overdrives the corner. Again, doesn't lose a position out of it. This is a huge 5-truck battle for second, but it's just allowing Hornaday to pull away more and more. Musgrave has to lift off turn 2 to keep it off the wall now. Yeah, they're too far away. My camera's bigger during the live commentary streams, but I can't do that with the video game streams because I feel like it takes too much of the racetrack up. So I have the camera downsized quite a bit here. Versus on the live commentary streams, there's really nothing on the right side of the screen anyway, so I can kind of put my camera for most of that space. Yeah, I've got a couple Tony Stewart. I got a Stewart rookie from 99. And then I have Mobile 1, which is number 14. I want to say that's 2013 or 2014. That's one of the few Gen 6 diecasts I have. Jeez, I can't believe I just did that. I was trying to arc the corner off, and I scraped the wall getting in. Yeah, I have quite a few rookie diecasts. Honestly, a lot of the diecasts I have are pretty much early 2000s. Late 90s, early 2000s. Nothing Musgrave could do there. Can't enter the corner that sharp and not make contact with that truck trying to pinch him down. Next cup race is tomorrow. Yeah, that's why I'm starting it earlier. 5 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, we'll be running the cup race at Texas. So that'll be the next full cup race. 500 miles. What I think of Monday Night Raw, so I didn't catch a lot of it. I haven't rewatched the highlights of the end of the show from what I missed. I watched about the first hour, a little over an hour. I think the CM Punk and Drew McIntyre segment started hour 2, and after that was over, I went to bed. So, yeah, I don't have, like, full thoughts on the show as a whole, I guess. I thought the McIntyre and Punk segment was awesome, though. Seems like there's a lot of people on the internet that are kind of getting tired of that feud already. Honestly, they keep doing stuff like that. It's keeping me engaged. You know, it's not the same stuff over and over again, so. They're still thinking of kind of new ways to go above and beyond with attacking each other, so. So I'm engaged. I didn't even realize we have a rival up here as one of those trucks trying to keep us back, Spencer Claiborne. Big run for Musgrave. 187 in that outer lane, got a little loose getting into turns 1 and 2, and Musgrave is up to 3rd. The Lesser going to get one of those spots back on the 187 truck as well. And a good run off the exit of turn 4. Bad block being made there by Claiborne. It hurt him more than it hurt Musgrave, and Musgrave is going to be up to 2nd. Now has a little bit of clean air to work with, and we'll see if he can run down Ron Hornaday. We are flirting with this being a one-stop race, by the way, as well. If we can go 50 laps before we get to the halfway mark on fuel, then it will be a one-stop race here today. One second off the race lead. That's insane, though. It took us over 40 laps to go from 10th to 2nd. That's how difficult it is to pass here, so we're definitely going to want to keep the track position as much as we can. I mean, once we finally got here, we're starting to break away from those guys. It's just so hard to pass. Everybody's being extra aggressive in blocks and trying to crowd one another, and it's made for good racing, but stressful on my behalf, just trying to keep the truck clean. Keep the speed in it. 21.941 that last lap, fastest of the race. Handling-wise, honestly, the truck feels fine. You know, we'll see when we get to the end of a tire stint what it feels like. Because it's free, but in a good way. Like, I can rotate through the corner. It feels like there's a lot of speed in it. Doesn't really feel like this truck's, like, overly tight or anything of that nature. Yeah, I did see the mommy segment. I think she's fine. I think it's a working injury, or not a working injury, like a storyline injury. Main event was amazing. Yeah, I didn't get to see that. Oh, we got near trouble. A lot of smoke up off the exit of turn 2. Still no cautions in this. It's probably going to be just like how a lot of our races have been lately. We're going to go ridiculously long, we're going to get a caution with 20 to 30 to go, and then we'll see from there. Musgrave continues to pull closer and closer to Ron Hornaday, and does. .920 that last lap, fastest of the day for the 9 truck. And the 3-time Truck Series champion now right in front of him. Halfway out of gas at lap 53, so it's definitely close, but we should be able to make this race on one stop. Erin Crocker right at the tail end of the field, which is shocking considering she just won the Busch race last night at Dodge Raceway. And our full 300 lap race there. Both the 33 and the 9 get by the 98 cleanly. But again, this is where passing just becomes tough. It's going to be very, very difficult for Musgrave to make this pass on Ron Hornaday. Who's behind me? I think Bill Lester was in third. I think he basically followed me up into the third place position. Oh, yep. I got crowded by the lap. I came right back across the field. Got destroyed in the right side. Oh, there we go. There's some more damage. I clipped the apron. That was a hard hit. I didn't realize how hard I hit the wall, too. Once I hit that inside retaining wall, it shot me right back up in front of Erin Crocker. She had nowhere to go. Self-cleaning racetrack, Dover. And we've got a caution. And all that track position's now lost here for Ted Musgrave. And can't take fuel or tires caused in the incident. That's tough. Trying to get by that lap truck, and I clipped the apron. They didn't make contact with me. It was another situation where it was tight on corner entry because a truck was crowding us on corner entry, and that time I clipped the apron and lost control. Where before, I kept it off the apron, but not that time, unfortunately. Quite a bit of damage on that 98 truck. We may get a caution for her, for debris, potentially. Mark Mars, thanks for tuning in. Hornaday continues to lead, and Musgrave did not get a lap let in at all. You wonder what kind of speed might have been taken out of the 9 truck as well. Another stack up on the restart right off the exit of turn 4, and that is why Musgrave was able to pass about 10 trucks per position. Goes from 33rd to 24th. 9 positions gained on that straightaway alone. These restarts are just wild here at Dover on these EA games. It's like we mentioned earlier, track's just so tight, there's little room for error. Problem is, I don't think we're going to get up to 10th as quickly as we did before, so it's going to be a lot more of a grind to try to get back up to even second where we were. I don't think we have the best truck here. I think Hornaday's got the best truck. I could not get a run on him to get around him when I was there. I know I was only there for like 5 or 6 laps, but still. Caution Probably debris. Yep, bottom of the racetrack. I figured we were going to get a debris yellow in Aaron Crocker, and we did. Whole left front fender came off the 98 truck. Bringing out a caution. Mark Brown, thanks for tuning in. Number 22 signed diecast there for Blaney. Yeah, the only 22 diecasts I've seen are Ward Burton's. I haven't seen an actual, like, Dave Blaney one in my whereabouts going to races, but we're going to stay out of the pits. I believe Crocker actually got the free pass despite bringing out the caution there with the debris yellow. Back to racing, though, lap 69, following our second caution of the race. Back-to-back yellows within the last few laps. Excuse me. Moving Reagan to the inside of Musgrave. 6 with a better restart than the 9. Trying to get a good enough run out the exit corner to get back to the bottom, and that's exactly what Musgrave is able to do off turn 4 there. Still about 30 laps away from the fuel window opening to the end of the race. Big slide job on Craig Kinzer in the 47. Son of World of Outlaw great Steve Kinzer. I think we're lucky we didn't DNF. That impact we took from the 98 when we spun. Repaired as much damage as we could when we were on pit road following that incident. We're at 92% right now on the body. Back up to 20th. And we've got another caution. It's probably debris again from Crocker, if I had to guess. It's going to be our third yellow of the race. Yep. Now the entire front bumpers come off. The only thing that still has to come off is their hood. Not sure if it actually will or not, but we could see at least one more debris yellow. Everybody should stay out of the pits again here. Still outside the fuel window. We're getting closer, though. Right around 100 to go. That window will open. So another single file restart. Our third caution of the day. Lap 77 this time around. As the green flag's back in the air. Trying not to give up the bottom of the racetrack on the restart this time. There we go. And Hornaday's held on to the lead every single one of these restarts, too. Watch it in case we get another stack up in front of us. I think it would be worse if we had more trucks a lap down. It was a full double file restart like the initial start of the race. I think it being single file, it's probably going to keep it more tame if I had to guess. Three wide. It's going to get tight. Right off the exit of turn 2. No contact, still 3 wide. Backstretch into 3. Overdrove the corner a little bit. Tried to get all we could, get down into it, and made a pass on both the trucks that were to the outside, but the 164 escapes back to the bottom. Gained 2 spots, lost 1. So still came out 1 position better than we did. I think there might have been a stack up behind us, too, on the back straightaway, because That smoke was right in the middle of the backstretch. Musgrave clear. Got that spot back. Bobby Hamilton, who started at the tail end of the field, is a little bit in front of us, so he's slowly working himself forward. Wonder if that 18 truck gets track position, how fast he could potentially be. I am Steve. Thanks for tuning in, Zavi. I got loose getting into the corner that time. That was bad. Oh, blocked by the 135 truck. Keep getting loose in. Should have plenty of gas to get well past halfway with the 3 yellows that have come out in this one. Musgrave sends it into the corner, a little contact. Late dive. Trying to get up into the top 10 before we get the pit stops if possible. Horned it back to pulling away again. He's definitely got the fastest truck. I mean, every time we see him, he's not losing the lead on any of the restarts we've had. We've had 3 cautions. And he had the lead going into every single restart. But he just expands his lead over the longer green flag runs. Crowded again with more contact. Pass made for 12th. Next truck ahead is the 99 of Eric Darnell. Simple pass made through turns 1 and 2. Track the top 10 again. Lap 92. We must not have had to deal with Bo Phillips early in the race because he might have been in one of those stack-ups when we passed a bunch of trucks in the first 5 laps. But he is our arch rival right now. And he will probably try to wreck us if we get alongside of him. Not a lot of room and a whole lot of apron. A lot of time lost. One truck blowing an engine on the inside of the track that was in this lead group ahead of us. So now they will fall back 3 wide. Middle of 3 and 4. Hans Good, Bo Phillips get together. Contact. Well, that's an easy way to get by a rival. Run away. Get away from him. Hans Good just passed him. Yeah, there were 3 wide through the center of the corner. Those 2 trucks in the outer lanes went wide. Contact. Phillips got squeezed against the wall by Hans Good, or opposite there. Hans Good got squeezed in the wall by Phillips. Bobby Hamilton escapes by, and so does Musgrave to 6th and 7th. A wiggle by the 18. Aggressive exit to the corner as low as Musgrave could go to get to the inside of Bobby Hamilton, and he makes the pass for 6th. Lester got into the truck ahead of him. A little contact off turn 4 slowed him up a little. Well, we still got the same tires, so I'd imagine the truck won't be as loose just by changing tires. Repair a little bit more damage. This next stop, I'm not sure how much more from the original damage from the crash we're going to be able to repair, but doing what we can. That wasn't it. Lester couldn't capitalize and get underneath the 9. I think Lester just pit, actually. So Lester pitted that time, which the window is open, lap 100. So he was taking advantage of an early stop, trying to gain time that way. Musgrave looking for a pass on Claiborne, and Musgrave gets it. So Ted was in 5th right as the pit stop started. There's Lester. So Bill Lester being the first truck to pit road, you wonder where he'll end up cycling through all this. Side by side, and this will be to lead a lap at the line with the leader of Hornaday pitting. Quick side draft, but not able to lead the lap was Musgrave that time. Into turns 1 and 2. Let's our chance to get 5 bonus points if we can't get back to the lead. Clear off turn 2. Musgrave out in front at Dover. Oh, but he's going to get crossed over. Little bit of contact, but the 9 holds on, and Musgrave leads a lap. So he gets his 5 bonus points. He was able to get 1 lap let in. Trying to cross the 178 truck over again. Got him. Great corner through 3 and 4. Well, now I'm just staying out as long as I can in case we catch a caution, and a lot of these faster trucks that were in front of us were hopefully going to get trapped a lap down with a timely yellow. I don't know. I mean, it's worth a try. Because we can go a bit further on fuel yet. Clean air. Never know. These might be the only laps we lead the entire race. I think I'm going to pit at lap 108. Might even be able to make it to lap 110, but I don't want to push it that far. So the stop will not be this time, but the following time by. Four tires, full tank of gas upcoming here for Musgrave in the 9. Have to have a clean pit road entry. Again, no practice or qualifying to practice this entry. Got a little loose, that transition from the banking back down to the flat of the racetrack on the apron, but It was a successful pit entry nonetheless. Didn't lose a lot of time there. And not too big of a slide either. So it looked relatively clean. 108 laps with 3 cautions. Probably could have made it a little further than that, but we were pacing to go about 101, 102, somewhere around there if we didn't get any yellows. So saved a little bit of gas. And now we're going to have to stay low because we got a lot of guys trying to get up to speed to the outside. So staying out as long as he did, Musgrave going to cycle further back in the running order. And at least one more truck on pit road. Bill Lester going to get to the lead. So the first truck to pit is going to be the one that's going to come out with the race lead. So that was a huge advantage there by pitting at lap 99, coming to lap 100 for Lester. And he is now out in front at Dover for the first time in the race. And now Musgrave has to make some moves. Big slide by that 187 truck getting down into turns 1 and 2. Great arc of the corner. And Musgrave's clear off turn 2. Back up to 10th. A lot of racing still to go. Yeah, that's the only stop of the race, and we still got 89 to go at the line now. Plenty of time to get up there. 4 seconds off the lead. We don't have the fastest truck, but we're faster than the current race leader. That we do know, so now's our time to really try to gain time before Hornaday gets back to the lead, assuming that Hornaday will get back to the lead. Runaway truck not giving Musgrave a lot of room, but oh, what is he doing? I don't know if he got loose. Drove right into the right side of this 9 truck. I thought they were both going to have a beeline for the wall there. Luckily, that wasn't the case. Musgrave eventually makes the pass for 9th, but lost time overall to the leader, Bill Lester. That 187 truck going to skip on by to 10th as well. We're good. A little more clean air to work with for now. $16 likes on the stream now. Appreciate that, everyone. We're 9 away from the goal of 25 likes, so be sure to hit the like button again if you haven't done so yet. And subscribe. We've got daily NASCAR content, video game streams during the week, realistic live commentary streams on the race weekends for the actual NASCAR races for Truck Xfinity and Cup action every weekend, as well as Cup practice and qualifying every weekend with live commentary there as well. Squeeze play by Hines good, but Ted Musgrave makes the clean pass. Good with 1 win this Truck Series season. Musgrave is still the only non-fantasy driver to win a race this season. He's got 3 wins. Bill Lester and Ron Hornaday, I'd imagine, are the top 2 right now. Yeah, that is Hornaday, who's way out ahead still, other than the 22, who again was the first to pit road. That's why he leapfrogged to the lead. Because he was running around 3rd or 4th at the time of his stop. Oh, Lester's got a problem from the lead. Bill Lester blows an engine at Dover. Well, so much for him out in front. Now it's Ron Hornaday back to the lead again. So Lester from the lead blows a motor with 81 laps to go. Was able to at least lead laps on that pit strategy, but unfortunately we'll not get to see how it would have shaped out in the end result, as instead it will be a DNF. Now it's just a gaggle of trucks and a battle for second all of a sudden. .885 that last lap, fastest of the race for Musgrave. Oh, shoving off the exit of the corner. I just shoved that truck into the wall. I was scared for myself that I was going to wreck, to be completely honest. I knocked him into the wall. I thought I was going with him. Luckily, when he hit the wall, we weren't still making contact with one another, because that definitely would have T-boned me. Bobby Hamilton going for second, and he's got it. So Bobby Hamilton, senior, to second place. Big block down at the bottom of the racetrack. See Bo Phillips in that 191 truck. Just getting past. Now Musgrave trying to get by him. And Phillips with the slingshot move to get right back into third again. Yeah, it's just a one-stop race only. .116 truck got to get past by Musgrave. .191 truck of Phillips moves up a little. And here comes Ted for third. Getting crowded, and around goes Musgrave. Another spin. That time he saves it. No contact with anything, and the caution's out. Yep, just got the apron again. Just getting squeezed. It's a desperate situation to just try to not make contact with the truck to the outside when they crowd you like that in the middle of the corner. Middle or entry seems to be where the two crowdings have been. That is our fourth caution of the race now. And right back to the back again is going to go the 9 truck. Luckily, no additional damage. But because of causing the incident, having to go to the tail end of the field per the rules on the channel. So, no unfair advantage taking tires. And the reason why I do this is because you lose... Typically, in a real-life spin like that, you would lose track position, and you more than likely be tail end of the lead lap. But in this game, you hold your position, so that is why we do that. And a lot of laps still to go. 69 to go yet in this race. Hornaday restarts from the lead. And we'll see if he can continue to hold it. Good thing Musgrave stayed out as long as he could during the green flag pit cycling. Because of that, Musgrave was able to lead some laps, get 5 bonus points. I mean, the good news is I saved the truck, so we didn't have any additional damage from that slide. And the apron's so treacherous here. I just wish they gave you more room getting into the corner. Knowing that that apron's so treacherous and getting pinched down like that, it's either we hit the truck to the outside and we potentially wreck that way, or I potentially, you know, hit the apron, or at least in that spin, it was a lazy spin. Kind of a half spin. Caution came out. We were sideways. I didn't save it the first time because I spun down the track into the inside wall and then ricocheted back to the top into the outside wall. That time I was able to keep it down but keep it off the wall. Same area of the track too, right? 1 and 2. Almost clipped it on my own that time. So Musgrave sits 29th with 65 laps to go. Well, there was a bit of a stack up getting into turn 1 there. 117 truck jumped way out of line. That 123 truck is not giving me any room. I was getting pinched when we were 3 wide, and I didn't want to be in that predicament 3 wide into a corner. A little loose off turn 4. I have the room underneath him. That time we got a little bit more room, but not a lot. Just can't complete the pass. I'm getting pinched so low that I just can't get back into the gas when I want to. There we go. Finally cleared him. I had to clear in the center of the corner for me to actually complete that pass because he wasn't giving me any room. And if I would have got back into the gas sooner, I would have ended up driving up into him. Up to 24th. Still trying. 59 laps remain. Hornaday pulling away from the field. Nothing new there. The dominant truck of the race continues to lead at Dover. See Ty Bodine a handful of positions up ahead of us. It's a teammate. Bodine hasn't had great runs this season on a consistent basis. Good to see that truck out where he's at right now. Oh boy. 3 wide in contact getting into turn 1. I didn't know we were 3 wide until I heard my spotter say 3 wide, and then immediately after that there was contact. I mean, we were probably getting pinched again. It was tough to... It was probably a combination of me moving up a little bit out of my line and him coming down into me. Because I barely moved up, and it hooked me right into him. Surprised we didn't wreck through all that. I don't know how we didn't. Surprised that didn't end up turning out into an accident. Hornaday just continues to pull away. Look at the gap on the track map. He's building up over second. He's getting out there. .21.737 that last lap, fastest lap of the race. Three wide, more contact. That time with Scott Legacy Jr. Yeah, I mean, that's really the exact reason why I do pit. Just try to, keep it realistic, especially in a full race. Keeps me from making those over-aggressive mistakes, too. Oh, wow, Hornaday actually got caught, so I guess Bobby Hamilton was hanging with him that whole restart. So now the 18 truck, Bobby Hamilton Sr., is out in the lead. Hornaday and Hamilton going after it. Dangerous contact most of the way through turns 1 and 2. Last fantasy truck. Let's take a field pass at the start-finish line here. Swapping to Todd Bodine in the 30, see if we can get any more positions out of him. Gonna hang on to 16th. Crowded by Eric Darnell in the 99. Darnell takes it 3 wide. Bottom of the track, Bodine gonna follow him. 3 wide. The truck on the outside of all that might have gotten up against the wall. Bodine moves to 14th. Hornaday back out in front of Bobby Hamilton, but at least Hornaday has kind of found his match. Got another truck blowing up in front of the 9. 164 down on the bottom of the racetrack. He's going to slow up on the back straightaway. It's a free position for Musgrave. Bo Phillips has also caught the leaders as he tries to go for his 3rd win of the season. Contact with a teammate. Contact back down to the bottom. I was just loose off turn 4. I was trying to stay off of him. And get back in rhythm. Tell you what, it's the 8th race of the season. That'd be insane if Musgrave and Phillips both split for 3 wins apiece. Phillips hasn't won since the 2nd race of the year, though. He won the first 2 races. He's fallen back in the point standings a bit, but looking to rebound here at Dover. Musgrave going to make a pass for 15th place on David Reagan. Any win by Bobby Hamilton Sr. this season could be his final win. This is true. Eric Darnell had a big moment getting into the corner. A little bit of a moment middle of the corner, even by Musgrave getting loose. Clipped the apron again. That time didn't spin out. Kept a little bit of speed. Getting blocked on the front stretch again. Darnell's been stuck on the outside for a little bit now. He's going to lose another spot. He's getting freight trained. I'm hoping we could get up in the top 5 for the end of the race. I don't know that we're going to have anything for the race win. I know we still have 35 laps to go, but I haven't had a race-winning truck, and that wreck we had in the first half of the race didn't help it. A lot of apron. Again, I mean, I blended back into traffic. I was kind of out of control when I did it. Didn't really have much of a choice there. So tired of hitting that apron. I just wish we get underneath the truck, they would just give me room to make the corner. Why do they make this so difficult? I mean, it's been all race. It's been like this. The race. Only to end up giving it up not once but twice. Got that spot back. I don't even know how Craig Kinser's in front of us. I feel like I've passed him so many times during this green flag run already. Yet he's somehow up in 10th. Pass made by Musgrave for 12th. Trying to get through this field. Honestly, didn't think anybody had a chance of beating Ron Hornaday, but here we are. 29 laps left at the line, and Hornaday not in the lead. The next question is Bo Phillips just pulling away from everybody? Because I think I see both Hornaday and Bobby Hamilton, and I think they're a little bit behind where the 191 truck is of Bo Phillips. Nice run off turn 4. Big dive into the first turn. Too big of a dive. That was on me that time. I had plenty of room. Now I'm starting to just get too aggressive. Who knows? Maybe we get a caution to bunch things back up again and give us something of a little bit more of a shot than what we are looking at. What was my guarantee? Did I say I would guarantee something? I might have been rambling and then cut myself off. Sorry if I did that. 25 laps left, back into the top 10, I think, for the third or fourth different time tonight for Ted Musgrave. Hopefully it's the final time and we stay here. Got to secure this top 10 finish at the very least. I can't afford to spin again. I can't spin a third time and go right to the back one more time. At least take what we can get here. Still have one more field pass left to go in this race, too. Oh, contact right in front of us. Everybody got wadded up. 187 clipping the left rear corner panel of the 134 truck. Both got sideways. Then the 9 got sideways, getting into the back of the 187. Right in the middle of the corner. There was nowhere to go. Musgrave looking to make a pass for 8th now and does. Regine Huddleston, thanks for tuning in. We're at 19 likes, by the way. We're 6 shy of our goal of 25, so be sure to hit that like button if you haven't done so. Definitely get a top 5. Should hang on to the points lead at the very least. This good of a finish. Probably going to be a lot more narrow than it was, but probably less than a 100-point lead. And Hamilton and Hornaday were 9th and 10th in points coming in. Tied for 9th, in fact, between the two of them. What is that? Like, he made contact with me, chopping me all the way into the corner. Weren't even into the corner yet, really. It was middle of the front straightaway when the contact was made. We're in the final 20 laps now. Right front wearing out quite a bit. Hornaday's really fallen off. This group of trucks is starting to catch the 33. Phillips definitely pulling away from both the 18 and the 33. And if we stay green to the end of this race, I think it's fair to say Ted Musgrave's still going to be the only non-fantasy driver to win a race this season. I don't think the 18 or the 33 are going to catch Phillips anymore the rest of this one. If you're asking me, like, what I guarantee for a finish, I was going to say I guarantee a top 5, but then I did that. Oh, whoa! That guy didn't give a damn who was there. I think he was trying to force the issue. He saw 2 trucks get together. He's like, I'm taking those spots. I don't care what happens. And he forced us back into the wall a second time. $15 to go at the line. One more field pass. Yeah, might as well just get it out of the way. Tom Bodine's falling back to 18th. 2 laps with the 30 truck. Now, top 5 is going to be hard after that contact. I think Bodine can get one more spot here. Getting squeezed. At least I know it wasn't just Musgrave that was getting squeezed. Obviously, we just saw it there out of Todd Bodine's race view as well. 12 laps to go, this time by at the line. Bo Phillips continues to lead at Dover. About to make it his 3rd win of the season in the first 8 races, matching Ted Musgrave for the most on the season. Now I can definitely get to this 178 truck for 6th. It's 2 more trucks that may be within reach for 4th and 5th. By the time we get there, I'm not going to have a lot of time to pass them. 4.5 seconds off the race lead right now. I mean, the way this race has gone, I will gladly take my top 5. We didn't have a race-winning truck anyway, so I thought Hornaday had the best truck here, and now he's in 3rd. 10 laps to go. Last lap, I was pretty even with that of race leader Bo Phillips. Didn't gain, didn't lose any time. Quarter tank of gas left, but again, plenty to make it to the finish. It's easily scheduled that one caution race. Sorry, one stop race. We had 4 cautions, which allowed for extra fuel saving. Both sides of the run. Pass was made for 6. A little contact. I'm not hitting that apron again. So if they're not going to give me if they're not going to give me room, I'm just going to make the contact and hope we don't end up in the fence. Because I can't afford to spin again. Well, that truck got really loose right in front of us. Musgrave going a little wide as well. Six to go this time by at the line. 3 truck battle for 4th. Well, I shoved up into good. That was me. That was on me. And we got a piece of the wall too. And pass was for 5th. Good gonna lose an extra spot out of that as well. 5 laps left. He's gonna go from 4th to 7th. About a lap and a half. Big gain into turns 1 and 2 here. Musgrave wants this 4th place spot. He's gonna get blocked into turns 3 and 4 again. A little intimidation. Get on underneath off turn 4 for 4th. Clear into turn 1. And that'll probably be all she wrote. I don't think we're going to catch Hornaday for 3rd. 3 to go. Phillips about to catch lap traffic. This truck's definitely starting to free up real late in this tire stint, too. 2 laps to go. Musgrave's still digging. Not going to quit here to the finish, especially in the hopes of trying to catch Hornaday. Aggressive corner entries here these last few laps. Gaining a lot of ground. Might be 1 lap too late to try to catch this 33. Oh, no, got him loose. He got right into the back of him, though. Driving underneath him off the exit of turn 4. Drag race to the line for 3rd, but didn't get it. And Bo Phillips is going to get the win in this one. By about 2.5 seconds margin of victory over Bobby Hamilton Sr. Oh, I didn't mean to skip it. Gosh darn it. I meant to go through all the race stats. Sorry for that. I don't know why I pressed up instead of... well, sorry for that. Didn't get to go through the race stats tonight, unfortunately. Next race is at Texas. Texas. 167 laps day race. And it will be race number 9 of 25. Looks like we've got Texas, Michigan, Milwaukee, the next 3 races. Oh yeah, I didn't mute it. I accidentally skipped it, so that's why I wasn't ready to mute. Because I didn't think I had to yet. Alright, well, hey, we got our top 5. We finished 4th. I'd imagine Hornaday easily led the most laps. But Bo Phillips gets the win, his 3rd of the season. And we didn't leave many laps ourselves in this one. Maybe about 7, 8 laps at the most. I don't think our points lead is any different than what we came into the race with. I think it was one. What was it coming in? Uh. Oh no, we did lose. Okay. I wasn't sure if Phillips was second in points coming in. So yeah, Phillips was 133 back coming in. He gets the win to our fourth place finish. We each got 5 bonus points, so that canceled out. So he gains 20 points on us. And there you go. First, second, and points have 3 wins apiece through these first 8 races. And it'll be interesting to see what will end up happening next when we go to Texas. So appreciate everybody tuning in. We'll actually be at Texas tomorrow, but not for the next truck race. Our next cup race is at Texas as well. 500 miles, 334 laps. It's going to be a long one. So we're going to start things off a little earlier tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern. Hope to see you then. Thanks for watching. Have a good rest of your Thursday night, everybody.